Welcome to Pretty Lies and Alibis. Let's seek the truth and travel the long road to justice together. What you know, Alibuyers? Welcome to another episode of Pretty Lies and Alibis. I'm Gigi. It's Monday, December 29th. Hope you guys had a good day. I've been dealing with microphone problems and everything in between, so I should have had this out before lunch. I had a lot of plans around my house to get some things organized, but here we are. I wanted to go ahead and start covering Camila Mendoza Olmos. She is 19 years old and missing from Texas. She was last seen on Christmas Eve, leaving her family home in the 11,000 block of Caspian Spring in northwest Bexar County, Texas, at around 6:58 a.m. She was captured on a neighbor's surveillance camera searching inside of her car for an unidentified item. Moments later, that footage ends. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office today released new dashcam video, which shows her walking along Wild Horse Parkway, which is around 2 blocks from her home the morning she disappeared. I looked at the video. It didn't look like she was in distress. It looked like somebody who was just taking a normal walk. She is 5'4" and 110 pounds. She was last seen wearing a blue North Face sweater with baby blue accents, baby blue shorts, and white shoes. Camila was sleeping in the bed with her mom, Rosario, and she said she felt her get up around 5:30. Mom woke up an hour and a half later and saw she wasn't home and her car was still there. Her mom called her, but the phone was on the bed and the battery was out of juice. She put the phone on charge and went out looking for her. Her mom became concerned because she said normally she returns within a reasonable amount of time, and this is not normal. Her mom thought she would find her like other times walking, and then they would come home together. Rosario called Camila's boyfriend and her father to see if they had heard from her, but they had not. The Bexar County Sheriff, Mr. Salazar, said she recently went through a breakup, but it was mutual, and they do not suspect anything nefarious was involved. And everybody is cooperating. And I like to make that clear because a lot of times people like to point the fingers at the significant other and sometimes go as far as posting their private information online, which is very irresponsible and very dangerous. So as of now, nobody is suspected of doing anything to her that knew her. Police are not ruling out kidnapping or human trafficking or the possibility that she left on her own. And Sheriff Salazar said they've gathered enough information to suggest she may be in imminent danger, but they're not telling what they found, which tells me they have something to go on, but they definitely don't want the public or possibly anybody involved to know what they know. But imminent danger, very strong word, very scary word if you have someone you know or love that is missing. Bexar County has been flagged by authorities as a corridor for human trafficking. It's close to Interstate 10 and Loop 1604, and that connects San Antonio to Houston as well as the Mexican border. Texas ranks as one of the highest in the country for human trafficking. An estimated 313,000 people are victims of human trafficking in Texas at any given time. Approximately 79,000 minors are victims of sex trafficking. Trafficking is believed to be the highest in the Texas Triangle, which includes Houston, San Antonio, the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and the lower Rio Grande Valley. Multiple agents have joined the search, including the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security. They are monitoring potential border crossings as well as international travel. Sheriff Salazar told ABC News, "We definitely don't want to miss anything. The ground search is somewhat limited to a couple of square miles. We're also not ruling out that this case may take us outside the borders of the continental United States." And just to be safe, he also checked with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement to be sure Cami had not been stopped, detained, and possibly put in a federal detention facility, in spite of the fact she is an American citizen. And there are concerns for her mental health. Sheriff Salazar told ABC News she had been depressed about things happening in her life and that Cami has a history of self-harm ideation, and they want her to know if that's the case, there is help, saying she's got people here that love her very much and are more than willing to help her deal with whatever she may be going through right now. He also said we have to look at the whole gamut of possibilities. Did she leave the country? Did she leave the country in the company of somebody else? And has she been taken against her will? Friends and family, as well as volunteers with experience searching for missing persons, including Search and Support San Antonio, have joined in the search, and they are covering a 4-mile radius around her home, both on foot and with drones. And family has come in from California, driving 17 hours to help search for her. Her brother flew to Texas as soon as he learned she was missing. A close friend of Cammie's told KSAT they would talk on the phone when she was taking her walks. Another friend said it's been very out of the norm. It's not like her. She's always been the one to stalk us and say, "Why aren't you doing this?" And she would make sure that her phone was always charged. Another friend, she and Cammie talked last Tuesday about going dress shopping. Her mom said, "I only ask God to please bring her back home. Bring her back to me." She asked for prayers, saying, "Pray, pray, pray," and ask from the heart to God and the angels and the Virgin Mary or whoever you believe in for my daughter to please return. Her dad, Alfonso Mendoza, said he wants her to come home and said, "Daddy's missing you." He also said, "I'm feeling down and devastated. The only thing keeping me going is my faith, God, and all the support from the community, the churches, and the families. The prayers are what keeps me strong." He said Cammie is a daddy's girl and would tell him she loved him every single day. He also said she's athletic, she works out, she walks, rides her bike, and says she's very humble and caring. She always put others before herself. He did have a message for Cammie. He said, "If she's listening, Daddy's here waiting. We're not mad. We just want you to come home. It hurts, it breaks my heart, but my faith and the prayers are holding me up." Cammie was also said to be very active in her church, having recently gotten baptized. Authorities are asking anyone in the area to check surveillance footage to see if by chance she was caught on their cameras. The staging for the searching is at the Wild Horse HOA Sports Park. That's 9700 Mustang Gate, San Antonio, Texas, 78254. If you want to volunteer and help with the search, family members ask that people contact Frank Trevino at the station. People who want to help with donations of food and other items are welcome to drop things like that off at the location. Also, the Youth Peace and Justice Foundation has joined the effort, and they're offering a $1,000 reward for information leading to her safe return. Authorities urge anyone with contact about her whereabouts to contact the Bexar County Sheriff's Office at 210-335-6000. Again, that's 210-335-6000. You can also contact the Bexar County Sheriff's Office Missing Persons Unit by email. That email is missingpersons@bexar.org. Again, missingpersons@bexar.org. So that's really the only things we know right now factually. I've seen a lot of rumor and speculation online, but we don't do that here because we have learned time and time again, things like that can spread like wildfire and become truth, even though it's not. In the past, we have seen several times where agencies have had to stop the investigation to address online rumor and speculation, and that is taking precious minutes away from finding these missing people. So when we get some more facts in, I will do an update. I'm going to follow this very closely. But that is it for today. I hope you guys have a good rest of your evening, and we will see you soon.